Hello friends, and welcome back to this presentation. We will be considering how to create circular foundation footings. On this project, if you check very well over here where I have my reinforced concrete columns, there is no foundation under it because Revit 2022 did not actually come with a circular foundation footing. So we are going to be creating it, and as well we apply it to this project successfully in this presentation. And so this project is one of the masterclass training Revit structure project. And so if you want to join the masterclass training to become professional in the use of Revit structure, you can contact or reach to us through the link in the description of this video. I want to urge us to like the lesson, subscribe, and stay tuned for more advanced lessons of this kind. Let us get started in the creation of the circular foundation footing, as well as applying it to the project successfully. So I'll head over to the home tab, click right there, and then I'll click on the new under family. Okay, click on new right there. So I will navigate to English template, and then I will scroll down to metric structural template, metric structural foundation template, this one for the family. Okay, so it is very important to select the right family. So I'll click on the open to open that in the family editor window, just like this. So I'm having two reference levels here, vertical and horizontal. So I'll be creating more reference lines by clicking on the reference plane right there. And so I will create one at my right hand and then another one at left. The distance doesn't necessarily matters in this case. And then horizontally I'll also create another one just like this. Alright, so after having created the lines, the next thing we do, we have to dimension it. So I'll click on the dimensions, and then I will dimension this one equals it, and then the outer one just like this. Okay, so it's something applicable to the horizontal lines. I'll equals that, and then dimension the outer one just like this. Okay, so I will click on the modify to get rid of the command. So I will select the outer dimensions, and then over to the level, because I want to give it a level. This is supposed to be the diameter of the circular foundation footings. Okay, so I want to give it a level as diameter. So I'll click in this level provisions, and then the drop down, you notice there is no diameter. We have a length and width, so we have to create a diameter. Okay, so we click on the create parameters dialog, and then in these provisions we click in diameter just like this. Click on the OK option, and then you have it added to the outer dimensions just like this. Okay, same thing, we select this one, and then in the level provisions you choose dimension as well. So this have automatically adjusted the diameter in the vertical and the horizontal directions successfully to be 1.6 by 1.6. Okay, so now we want to be creating the footings by going to the create tab right there, and then extrusions. We will pick the circular options, and then pick the first point, come over here, pick the second point to have a circle just like this. Okay, so we head over to the property dialog. Now we want to be having a depth at first 450, and we are going to prefix it with a minus just like this. Alright, that is being applied successfully. The next thing, before we finished edit mode, we will have to dimension this. So we click in these provisions, we picked the diameters and picked first point on the circumference of the circle, and then pick another point there to have it just like this. Then I will click on the modify to get rid of the command. I select the dimension again, and then come to the label provisions. I select diameter right there just like this, after which you click on the finished edit mode, and then you have it just like this. So we have to now navigate to the front of the footing. So we come over here to the front, double click right there, we have it in front, so the reason why we key in minus here is because we want the top of the foundations to level with the reference level, just like this. Okay, so we want to dimension the depth of this foundation. So I picked that reference level and then the depth, and then you can see it's 450. Okay, we want to be labeling this 450 as foundation depth. Okay, for us to do that, get the dimension selected and come to the level provisions. We have foundation depth at default, so we just choose that one. So have it just like this. Okay, the next thing is we want to lock these footings to the reference plane successfully. For us to do that, we get to use align and then pick the reference plane and pick the footings top and then locked it in place just like this. Okay, so modify to get rid of the command. Okay, so we want to be testing the flexibility and how this can adjust to different dimensions successfully. So we navigate to the reference level, and then at this point we are having at first 1.6 by 450 right here. So we go to the property dialog right there. So in this family type property dialog, you can see the dimensions as the diameter 1.6, foundation thickness 450. So we want to be changing these dimensions, the diameter, okay, from 1.6 to let's use 1000 millimeters right there. Click on the applied options. So that is great, it's adjusted successfully. So let's change it to 1200, and then you test it by applying it. It is also adjusting effectively, as you can see over here. So now we want to test the depth of the foundation. So first of all, close this and then navigate to the front of the foundations. Okay, and then go to the same property dialog, and then this time around over here we have a 450. Let's change it to 900 millimeters and then click on the apply. So you can see the depth is also adjusting effectively. And then let's try it to be, let's say 300 right there, and then click on applied. So you can see, so everything now is effective. What we need to do is we need to create a type name to it. Okay, we will need to create a type name. So we now having this to be 1.2 by 300. Okay, footing size 1.2 by 300 footing size. So we will click in this provisions, this one, new type, we select that, and then in these provisions we have 1200 by 1200 by, just backspace and use X right there, and then you type the thickness to be 300 as we have in that provisions, just like this. Okay, and then you add a mm, which is millimeters. Click on the OK options just right there. Okay, so in the structural material, click right there and click in these provisions as well. We'll be using concrete casting placed. Okay, this one, select it, click on the OK options and the structural material for the foundations. After we click on applied. Okay, so once you have applied it, you can create as many presets as you want. Okay, so I want to be creating another size, so I will click in this type, new type. Okay, and then this time around I'll be creating it for 1400, and then by I will be having 400 millimeters right there. Click on the OK options and then come over here, change it to 1400, and then you can also change it to 400 right there. Okay, so before you click on the applied, so you can create as many as you want. Let's create another one, which is the final one, which is going to be 1550 like this, and then by 500 millimeters like this. Click on the OK options. With the same material, you change the diameters to 1500, and then 1550 right there, just like this. And then the depth of the foundations is going to be 500, just like this. Okay, so after which click on the applied successfully. So let's close this now. Okay, so we are about to save this. Okay, so but let's go to the reference plane right there. So we are having this now. Click on this. So you can set as many presets just as I said earlier, so you can navigate between these. You see it has changed over here. 1200 by 1200 by 300 millimeter has changed. and then if you choose this 1400 by 400 millimeters, that's change here, and then click on apply there, it adjusts it. Okay, so everything now is effective. Okay, so now click on the OK options right there. So we want to be actually saving this before loading it into our project successfully. So you click on the file options right there, and then click on the save as family. So it will take us to this. Okay, this is inside of the Revit. You can see over here Revit 2022 library and then English. So we are going to be saving it here as I will call it my circular F footings. Okay, my circular F footings. So here is the name. Take note of this name. So click on the save right there to have it save. So let's now, having saved this, we can decide to load it from here into project, but we can also go back to our project and start to make use of it because we have already saved it. Okay, successfully. So let's get back to the project. Go to the 3D of the project. Okay, so we have to apply it to this under these columns we see now, just as all of these square footings is being also applied successfully. So we navigate to the ground level to apply that. Okay, click on the ground level, so you have something like this. Over here we are having a square foot is supposed to be circular footing, so we have to delete that off. Then select it and delete it. Okay, so now for us to now apply that, the one we created, actually you have to click on the isolated right there. So in the isolated, this is the one I created before I created this new one. Okay, so you can come to load right there to load the one we created, which is this one. See my circular footing, this one. Get it selected and then click on the open right there. So it is going to load. You can see it here, it is loaded already. So this is 1200 by 100. We click in this drop down menu, so you have this you can have it over here, my circular F footings. Okay, and then you can see the sizes that we created these three. So all of this is under this preset name. Okay, so we want to be applying this successfully. So the sizes we actually needed is for this we need 1.2. We need we need 900 for this. We need 900, not 1.2. We need 900 by 4500. So you click on the edit mode to edit that successfully. So you can see the structural material here. Okay, so you come to duplicate. Okay, and then click on this. You key in 900 right there. 900, and then you need to have here to be 4500, just like this, and then millimeters. Click on the OK options to have this new name. Okay, over here for the diameter is 900, so you change it right there successfully. For the depth of the foundation, you have it to be 500. Okay, just like this, after which click on the OK option. So we have it here. So now we can now start placing it just like this. So after having placed it successfully, let's modify to get rid of the commands. Go to 3D to check it. So you can see what we're having here. This is exactly what we actually wanted. Okay, so the next thing we are going to be placing under it is a kind of another footings, circular footings. Okay, which this one is going to rest on the top. Okay, so all is foundations. All right, so I will navigate to the top of our foundations, TOF. Okay, top of foundations. We are going to be placing it at this point. So I will also go to structural isolated. Okay, this time around we are going to be using 1.2 by 300. I think we have that. This one. Okay, we have it already here. So click to activate that. Okay, 1200 by 300 millimeters. So we just have to place that here, and then we continue placing just like this. Alright, so having placed that successfully, modify to get rid of the command. Can check that in 3D just like this. So this is just what we expected. You can see just like this. Okay, so this is the lesson for Now, okay, in the next presentation, I'll be showing us the fastest way to create elevator shaft. This one, okay, the fastest way to create it. And also, I will take us through how to bring in some families into Revit 2022 successfully. Maybe from Revit 2021, you can bring it to Revit 2022 because Revit 2022 does not come with most of these families. Okay, you have to create it on your own. Okay, just as I've said earlier, this project you are seeing is one of the projects that we are using in our masterclass. Okay, so if you join our masterclass, you enjoy and get benefited, understanding how to, actually carry out a complex project of this kind and more of this. Okay, so you can join the masterclass, and then for inquiry, there's a link in the description of the video. You can also reach to us successfully. All right, I want to say that you should not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. So, for reason, stay tuned for more advanced lessons of this kind, and also stay safe. Bye for now.